Hello, Internet. We're going to do some tough love today. Just so you know, this is advice for myself. If it helps you, that's great, but this is for me. You don't need inspiration to make art, you just got to make it. And if you don't want to do that, then just admit to yourself that that's what's going to happen. So, if you are trying to make something specific and you make it, doesn't come out good, guess what? Make something else. If that doesn't come out good, guess what? Make something else. If that one doesn't come out good, guess what? Make something else. And you just keep doing that until you find what you want. And if you don't end up finding what you want, then try something else. But the point is that you can't sit around and wait for inspiration. If you're trying to actually do something, you're trying to actually make some art, then you have to just make it. You know what I mean? Like there's no way around that. Nobody's going to come up with ideas for you. Nobody's going to make it for you. And if that is the case, then you're not watching this video because you're already successful in some way. And when I say successful, I don't mean monetarily. I don't mean any of that stuff. I mean literally just making something that you feel proud of that you wanted to make. That's all. That's all this video is about. Now, if you don't want to do that, like I said, if you don't want to do that, then that's fine. But stop telling yourself that that's what you're trying to do. Because if you're not putting any effort into it, you're not even trying, then what the fuck? You know, like you have to be your own biggest fan. You have to care about what you're doing first before anybody else is going to care. So if you don't even care enough to actually do the thing that you're saying you want to do, then nobody else is going to fucking care. So you might as well just stop. You might as well just stop lying to yourself and just make shit whenever you want, whenever you feel inspired. And that can just be what you do. But if you're actually trying to hunker down and do something, guess what? You have to fucking work on it. Okay? And it's probably not going to work out the first time. It's probably not going to work out the second time. It's probably not going to work out the third time. I don't know about you guys, but I have to make a ton of music to finally make something that's good. I can't just make banger after banger after banger. There's some people that maybe they can do that, but the only reason they got to that place in the first place is from making a bunch of bad stuff, stuff that isn't good. And then they learned what works and they learned what doesn't work, and then they figured out how to make banger after banger after banger. So, like I said, this whole channel is pretty much just advice for myself. It's me archiving my brain, archiving my thoughts so that I can reference it in the future if I need inspiration or just to document where I'm at. And if this helps you, that's great. I don't want you guys to think I'm yelling at you. But if it applies to you, then I am yelling at you. And I think a lot of people, including myself, love excuses. Love to make excuses. Oh, this person knows somebody, so that's why they're famous. Oh, this person, you know, they're doing more content than art, so they're actually a content creator. Well, guess what? Maybe they're getting paid. Maybe it's something's actually working for them. And just because it's not working for you doesn't mean that they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. It means you're not doing what you should be doing. And you don't have to do what they're doing. You got to do what you're supposed to do. Does that make sense? Like, I'm going to make another video about this topic, which is you shouldn't take inspiration from people that already succeeded. You shouldn't take advice from people that already succeeded. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but you're not going to do the same thing that they did. So why are you listening to somebody wholeheartedly that is already succeeding at doing something that they already did when you know that it's not going to work that way for you because you're not them? You can get, advice from people, you can get insight from people, but to actually get inspired enough to make something happen and it actually works, that's going to come from here. It's not going to come from anywhere else. And if it's going to come from anywhere else, it should come from your peers, people who you're actually doing stuff with. Those are the people that you should listen to the most. Those are the people that you should get inspired from the most to figure out what you should do next. And if you don't have people in your life creatively that you're working on stuff with, that's okay. But everything should come from here first, and then you see what works. You have to immerse yourself in what you're doing for it to work, to even know what's going on. If you're just dipping your toe in something every once in a while, you're not really going to know what's happening. So you're not going to know how to move. You're not going to know what you're actually supposed to be doing if you're not fully committing yourself to something. If you want it to work, if you don't care if it works, do whatever you want. I don't care. But why are you watching this video then? Clearly, there's a reason you're watching this video. It's because you're not getting something out of the creative process that you're hoping that you would get. And I guarantee you, the answer is just to keep making stuff. Because you can't do anything if you don't make stuff. You can't succeed. If you're a visual artist, you can't have a gallery show if you don't make art. You know, oh, this person, their parents are rich, so they were able to like pay this gallery to rent out the space. Cool. They still had to make art to do that. You don't have art. You don't even have art to show in a gallery. And you're mad about this person who's succeeding because they have money? Oh, this person, like, they're signed to a label and their parents, they're a Nepo baby. Okay, great. They still made an album. They made music that they released. Maybe they had people helping them, but there's something that exists that they can promote. And that thing that they're promoting is what's going to get them success. You don't even have an album. You don't even have enough songs to put out an album. You don't even have enough songs to put out a song once a month, to build up that consistency, to build up that inertia. You're not even doing that. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting on your ass complaining about other people succeeding and trying to convince yourself why you haven't succeeded yet, and you're blaming other people instead of yourself because you don't know how to take accountability. That's really what it comes down to. Again, a reminder, if this doesn't apply to you, that's okay, because this is for me. This is advice to myself. That's what this channel is. So, make shit. Just make shit. And it's okay if you don't know what you're doing. Just sit down and make something. And if it doesn't come out the way you like it, make something else. And if you don't want to do it anymore, move on to the next thing. If you don't want to put an album out, guess what? Nothing's ever going to happen. If you don't want to put music out, guess what? Nothing's ever going to happen. You have to have art to put out into the world in order for you to be successful. It's really that simple. Just make stuff. Why do you care so much? That's what I want to know. Why do you care so much? What is holding you back? If you make art by yourself, especially, like if you're a solo musician, if you make paintings, if you edit videos, if you make YouTube videos, if you stream, you're the only person that's holding you back. Oh, I don't have the right equipment. Dude, what equipment do you need? Make shit with what you have. I guarantee you have enough. If you have access to the internet, you have enough. If you have a way to access the internet, you have everything you need. I promise you. And if you have these like grandiose ideas where you need all this extra shit, guess what? You're not going to be able to do it yet. Maybe down the road when you have the budget. But right now you don't have the budget. So do something else. Maybe you need a stepping stone to get to that thing that you want to do. Have you thought about that? Have you even considered that? Or are you just making excuses as to why it hasn't worked out yet? Oh man, I really have this great idea for a movie that I want to make, but I don't have the budget. Well, guess what? Make something else. Make another thing. It's so frustrating. You know why? Because let's say, okay, you have this grandiose idea. That's going to be it's your magnum opus. It's the exact thing that you want to make, and it's what you think is going to get you success. Actually, it's what you know is going to get you success. All right, here's $1 million. Boom. You have the budget now. Make it. Okay, you made it. It came out great. Awesome. It worked out. You put it out. It was successful. Awesome. So happy for you. Now what? Now what? That's it? You're making one thing for your whole life and then you're done? That's all you're going to do? Oh, right. You have to make something else. You have to keep making stuff. No matter what. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much support you have. I don't care how many famous people you know. I don't care how much success you already have. You have to keep making stuff. So why do you think you're any different? That you're just able to get out of it somehow? You can just make exactly what you need to make, put it out, and it's just going to be perfect. It's just all going to work out. Why do you think that would apply to you? It doesn't apply to anybody. Even the most successful people with the most money and the most support still have to keep making stuff. So if you want to lie to yourself because you'd rather sit at home and watch YouTube videos and smoke weed and eat chips all day, if that's what you want to do, then just admit to yourself that's what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. And there can be days where you do that and days where you do something else, where you work on stuff. But stop lying to yourself. Stop blaming other things for why you are not doing what you want to do. Because guess what? The only thing you have control of is your output. That's it. You can't control if people like what you do. You can't control if people watch your videos. You can't control if people listen to your music. You can't control if people buy your art. All you can do is put yourself out there and hope for the best. You know, there's certain things that you can do with marketing to maybe get more eyes on you. But even if you have 100,000 million bajillion eyes on you, if people don't care about what you're doing, then no one's going to care about what you're doing. It doesn't matter how many people are looking at you. There has to be a reason why people care about what you're doing. And if they don't care, then it doesn't even matter. And the way that people care is if you make something that you actually like. People like artists. I don't know if you know this. People like artists. People like creative, different ideas. People don't actually just want the same regurgitated bullshit over and over again. And guess what? If people do want that, then that's fine. Those people exist. But if you want to actually be an artist and care about what you do, there's people out there that want you to do that. Have you ever heard of any creative person ever in your life that was famous and they were super successful, and at the end of their life they passed away and everyone went, wow, he was the most mid artist on earth. All he did was just copy what was popular and succeeded in that way, and he had no creative ideas. He contributed nothing new to the landscape of art. He was just the most mid basic artist in the world, but he was successful. There's probably people that you think that's the case. But again, you're just lying to yourself because you're trying to make excuses as to why you haven't succeeded yet. And guess what? If you think that's the recipe for success, then fucking do it. It's the same thing with when people look at like abstract paintings, for example, like Mark Rothko. People will look at that and be like, this is so easy, I can do it. Then fucking do it. You don't want to do it. So don't even say that shit. Why are you care if you put as much energy into creating as you do making excuses as to why you can't create, maybe something would be happening for you. Maybe. But you got to get over that hump. Just be honest. Just be honest with yourself. That's really all you have to do is just be honest. Because if you don't want to do what it takes to be an artist, then just don't do it and move on with your fucking life. And stop guilting yourself into doing something, thinking that you're supposed to be doing something that you don't actually want to do. I don't know. Maybe this will help me. Maybe I'll just be in the same place. I feel like I'm stuck in a loop in my life. But you know what? It's okay. Because it's all good. All right. I put out a new video every Sunday. I'll see you next week.